Welcome to the Punters Guide. Here we are at glorious Goodwood. What a superb week it has been. That sun has been beating down all throughout the week. We've had some brilliant performances on the track as well, and it's held up well. They've been watering the track. We've had some course records lowered and some great performances in Group 1s.
Yeah, notable speech, probably the highlight for me. That was serious racing in the final furlong to see a horse go and just put top-class horses to bed. The sprint on the quick ground, by the time we're looking at this today, hopefully there might have been a track record that's been that quick. There's been some top horses and those that have ran a few non-runners, which is disappointing, but the racing's been really good, Matt, and Goodwood's been really good as well. You can't beat a good day here. I'm not sure what people can see behind us, but the whole track's been bouncing all week, so I've certainly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I bet you have, yes, especially Ladies' Day. But no, it has been a fantastic week, but of course the fifth and final day on Saturday. We'll try and find you a few winners, starting with the Glory Stakes. Only 5 go to post here, but any of them have got a chance, haven't they? You can't really discount either of the 5.
No, you couldn't. I'm banking on Emmerich, who doesn't have to deal with King of Conquest that's got in front of him the last 2 times, who looks like a horse slowly going places, and I think that Emmerich is probably doing the same, but just hasn't caught the headlines because he's finished second. Doesn't have him to deal with today. He's won at the track before, looked pretty straightforward, and hopefully he can get on the board at a reasonable price.
There we are then. Imric to kick us off then on Saturday with a win. We move on to the 225. It's a mile and 3/4 handicap, and I know you quite like one in this, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes you look at a race and you go through it and you're trying to be clever. Other times you see a horse that you've been following or somebody's told you about, and Fairbanks was that horse for me. Was really well backed on the July course and did his job there. Trained by Aldrin Boulding, who just gets these handicappers improving slowly, ticking boxes, going up in trip, doing everything right. Ashee Murphy will partner again. I just think it's a real straightforward chance to get on the board again for Fairbanks. He was impressive considering the market support last time, and I wouldn't say they're finished with him yet.
Okay, Fairbanks then for Frankie. I thought Line the Stars, he is favoured, but rightly so. It's a massive £11 weight for age allowance. And of course, he was taking out the Gordon Stakes, the big Betfred St Ledger trial on Thursday. Surely this handicap was within his compass if they're thinking of group race with him. So Charlie Johnston, of course, also targets this meeting. The Group 2 Lily Langtry at 3 o'clock then for the fillies again, a mile and 3/4, and a good field assembled once again as well.
Yeah, what do you reckon of Free Wind? Can you be with the Gosden fillies?
Not after Emily Upjohn.
Oh, yes, yeah. I am going to, again, I'm taking a chance here, but I think she's got the best form in the race. I mean, she's £5 clear on ratings on the rest of the field. She's won at the track before. She'll go on a quick surface. I know she is a bit in and out, but, you know, the fillies and mares can be like that. And, okay, Emily Upjohn was really disappointing, but not all of John and Thady Gosden's horses have been disappointing. And I hope she does get on the board to give him a winner in a decent race this week, because after that disappointment, you want to see it. And I just think quality again. I'm trying to keep it simple and ignore some certain factors and say who is the best horse in this race, and if things do go to plan, who should win. And for me, she's the Group 1 horse and could get the best of them.
Got a solid second string as well, haven't they, with Sweet Memories in their Holly Doyle on board that one. She could also go well for the Gosdens. I mean, a couple of these may come out if the rain doesn't materialise. And then we've got the Stewards Cup, of course, the big betting race of the week. 28 runners over 6 furlongs. They start over the brow of the hill, they'll rise up and then down the hill. They'll be spread across the track. How many darts do you want in this?
Yeah, how many am I allowed? I've got to give a shout to Pure Sang at the top of the market. Obviously, my affiliation with Opulence Thoroughbreds, you get a bit of insight into how the horses are doing at home. And Jungle Mac I put up as a selection yesterday, but if anybody watched as opposed to the bare results, he sweated up so much. It was far too hot for him. His race was finished, and I will keep him in your notepad for another day, because he's a horse that they haven't got to the bottom of yet. But similarly with Pure Sang, I'd probably describe him as a 5.5 furlong horse, and he was second when he missed the break at Sandown over 5 on soft ground. He now goes over 6 on quick ground. So I think those two races, as silly as it sounds, kind of play into that 5.5 furlong horse, and he's got a great chance. He's one that they are convinced will win a big race, and again, they haven't got to the bottom of. So look, he's 5-1 out of 28 at the top of the market, but I've got to give a shout to him because they do fancy him. And then if I'm scrolling down, Summer Gand, the 10-year-old, took my eye. Honestly, honestly, he gives you a run for your money, doesn't he? I think did he win this race? Yeah, in 2020. I think he was rated at 105 or something like that. He's rated 91. He's obviously on the decline. He's getting older, but you just never know. These old boys, Matt, they got a bit of life in them. They keep knocking, and he's been backed as well. And then there was one at even bigger price from allowed 3, Rohan. 6-year-old. Watch what he's done at Ascot. He's been running with credit the last couple of times. Won't mind the big field. If you go through his CV, he's ran with credit, maybe not winning, but in kind of big fields. Normally at Ascot rather than Goodwood, but it's going to be a lot for them to think about, isn't there? It's going to be hot. It's going to be a big crowd. There's lots of runners. They're going to go quick. There's going to be different pace angles. I think if you've got one with a bit of a cool head, and you're going to get that with Summer Grand, who's a 10-year-old, and Rohan, who's been mixed in big handicaps, hopefully they just run their race. So they're my 3 against the field, and I hope Puro Sangue can get the job done because he deserves a big race.
Yeah, we're stopping at 3 then. What would be your best bet on the Saturday final day at Glorious Goodwood?
Free wind. Going to be brave. I just think she's class. She has to get it right. Kieran Schumacher has to get it right. But she'll go on quick ground, one at the track, and she's rated £5 higher because she is the best in the race.
It's been a superb week at Glorious Goodwood. The 5th and final day, of course, still to come. Frankie thinks Free Wind could be the bet of the day on the final day of what has been glorious by name and a glorious by nature Goodwood this week.